I don't know how this is gonna go.
Let's hope it goes fucking great, man. We're gonna try to. All right, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try my best to cut down on a lot of my cursing.
You're not gonna do that.
I'm gonna try.
You already know you're not gonna do
I'm
that.
not gonna do it, but I'm going to try for you. I'm gonna try.
How long has it been since we saw each other in person?
Man, probably like, I don't know, man. Close to like, how old am I now? 26.
Yeah.
I can't believe it. Long enough for me to forget my age while speaking to you right now. so probably like 17, man. Like 17, 18.
Yeah, it had to be 17. That's when I moved in around this time.
Yeah, yep.
Oh my gosh.
It's been almost 10 years now?
10 years.
10 years. That's a long time.
That we've known each other.
Yeah.
No, it's probably been...
we knew each other longer than 10 years.
No, it's been 12 years since
about 12, 13 years. Because I've known Hayes about 14, 15 years. No, yeah, yep.
Yeah, right, yeah, because you and Hayes, met like 2 or 3 years before we started hanging out.
No, maybe, no, me and him met in about, I was in 2nd grade.
You have to, all right, so do you remember, I'll just tell the story. Remember when, right. do you remember how we met?
I remember, yes, I remember how we met Tony Rivera.
Kind of.
Yeah. What was before that?
All right, so I knew who you were in school.
Yeah.
But the first time we ever hung out was we had a mutual friend named Travis, and he calls me one night and says, "Hey, are you trying to smoke a blunt?" And I'm like, "Of course, why not?" So I come pick him up. We pick up some wraps. We get in the car, and he goes, "Hey man, I got this other friend down in Crestwood. His name's Lucas. Do you mind if we pick him up and he smokes with us?" And I'm just like, "Yeah, man, I don't care, whatever."
Yeah.
So we drive by. We swoop up little old you back then, and then
small guy.
and then we parked at a church parking lot, and we started to smoke this blunt. And I had a CD of instrumentals that I was just rolling.
Yeah.
And the one beat on there was the Forever Jaunt,
Yeah.
the Drake, Wayne, Kanye, and Eminem. And you were like, "Yeah, man." You're like, "Oh, I'm a rapper. Like, I can rap." And I'm like, "Oh, dude, me too."
Yeah, I remember that shit
Me
was,
too.
yeah, that shit was fire.
And we started freestyle on the Forever beat, and Travis was like, "What the heck? Like, this is really good. This is really good." And then the rest is history.
Yeah, I remember that. I remember it was a time after that. It was you and Tony Rivera ended up coming to get me. Was it in the black car? It was in the black car.
My SC1.
And we ended up playing a bunch of beats in there too. And then after that, you're like, "Yo, man, you should just like kind of come over." And I remember I went over to your house.
Yep.
With a bunch of notebooks. And we drew, and you were like, "Look, I'm just starting this. I'm starting this label, Prodigy, bro. You should, you want to be our protege?" I was like, "Hell yeah!" And that was like the first like chance. That was really sharp.
Oh, sharp.
Yeah. That's the last. It was like, "Let me get a chance." Nah, it was like the first chance that somebody was like, "Yo, we should, other than Hayes, I was like, let's make music."
Yeah.
I was like, "Oh shit!" Like it was the first chance that we took, so I was like, "That's dope." Could never forget that one.
No, those were good times.
Yeah, it was a good time.
Then we got Troy and we got Hayes in.
Yeah.
Then we all stood in my room one day to consummate the label, and we held hands and did a "Let's go, guys."
Yeah. Like Ash Ketchum.
Yeah, like Ash Ketchum.
Rock and all that.
We're gonna catch them all of the rappers.
We're gonna be the best we've. Wait, no. I wanna be the very best. Yeah. All right, no.
All right, we gotta stop now. Anyway, back to
no copyrights. No copyrights.
I'm not getting demonetized for that.
Yeah, no doubt.
We so Prodigy happened. Anyway, yeah. So to do a proper introduction, I guess, like I normally do. This is my good friend. Many may know him. So what's the name? Is it NoLuvv Lukk or NoLuvv Lukk?
NoLuvv Lukk.
NoLuvv Lukk.
Yeah,
All right, I was telling people NoLuvv Lukk because it was L-U-K, and I'm like, did he just put the E off?
That's why I made it that, because it was like it was kind of just like a nickname given to me in prison. And it was like luck was like boom. So I was like, because like it's not like I could have good luck or I could have bad luck, but it's like normally when you have good luck you're called lucky, and it's like that's just not what that is. Yeah, so yeah.
Come here, Lucky.
Yeah. No, it was just the fact that it was no good luck. So it was bad luck.
So NoLuvv Lukk.
Yeah,
I like
NoLuvv
that.
Lukk, yeah.
So you may know him as NoLuvv Lukk, but he'll always be Leak.
Mm-hmm.
And that's anyway. I already told the story how we met. I'm tired, everybody. But anyway, I wanted to come on the show because I haven't seen him in forever. We're gonna catch up here, and you absolutely have just an amazing story and I was. It's been an honor and a privilege to walk with you through that. I know that as we're growing up in our adolescence, like we're young men, heads, butt, things like that.
Yeah, definitely.
We had some of the most greatest memories I'll ever have with a group of people.
That's definite, yeah.
And I had some of just bad memories too as well.
Of course,
and all of us went through that, and it was just awesome to be able to reach out to you after everything happened and reconnect that. And I've been waiting so long to tell you this in person. I'm so proud of you. I'm so proud of who you become, where you've come, not just with music, but in your family life. Young son,
young love
son
it. Thank you.
going
I appreciate
on.
you guys. Appreciate it, man. Thank you.
So it's just like it's just cool to watch like the evolution of Leak and where you are right now. And I know that both of us right now we aren't in I would say good mental spot.
Yeah. It's like kind of all over the. I feel like COVID did that to everyone. Just the lock-in masks. Yeah, man. I feel like that's kind of weird. But yeah, I know. Yeah.
So for the folks at home, why don't you just tell everybody just a little bit about yourself, where you came from growing up, and then we can segue into some other things.
All right, cool. I mean, my name is this is for him. I don't normally do it, but here's my government name is Lucas Willett. 26 years old. November 15th, 1994. I was born in Philadelphia, adopted, was raised in Coatesville, in and out of Coatesville during my life, and had to transition a lot, homes, being homeless, et cetera, things like that. I'd like to say that I got my start with music because of that. Like it was kind of, we really didn't have money. Like we had like money for necessities, but we didn't really have money for like toys and like things like that. So for me, it was like I always loved to read. I always loved to write, and I had such a vivid imagination since a kid. Like I was just like kind of like act like a dinosaur on like the playgrounds and stuff like that. Like anyway, yeah, it was crazy. People were like, "What?" And I didn't even know. I just loved Jurassic Park. But anyway,
there's an inside joke to that too, because we would always rag on each other about how all of us look like some sort of dinosaur. So it's just extra funny
all the time, yeah, all the time. And if not, it'd be Pokemon or something like that. Like it would be something of the sort. Like it's crazy. But yeah, so like I really have no like money for like other things like my parents, but my dad didn't. So I ended up just writing a lot. Like I would like I couldn't even get money like at books at like the book fair. So I just opted out to buying notebooks and ended up just writing books. And then from there I learned what poetry was in about like like maybe 4th grade. Started doing poetry.
Yeah.
And then after poetry, my dad listened to a lot of Sade and like blues and stuff like that. But I didn't really know what hip hop was till like 5th grade. Yeah. And then once I figured out like what it was, it just I don't know. Out of a dark time, I guess, even as a kid, like music brought a big light to the problems in the process. So I was like, I want to do that. Like that seems dope. Yeah. And so I ended up,
Yeah, man. That's awesome. Is there something where, like, especially for rap and like knowing the kind of style that you had early on, was there anybody that influenced you to rap a certain way starting?
Yeah. My top 5 now are different than what it was when I was a kid, because I guess I appreciate music like more into it, like more of an in-depth thing when it comes to like art artistically. Yeah. But I'd like to say one of the biggest ones, 2 of the biggest ones that was like, yo, I want to be like him when I'm older, is Wiz Khalifa and Wayne.
Wiz voice.
Yeah. They be like, ha 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 ha. Yeah, you laugh like Wiz, now you look like like, come on, man. I just laugh. But yeah.
I just laugh. That's just my laugh.
Yeah, so
who's the top 5 right now?
Oh man, top 5. All right, so no specific order. And there's one in there that people are gonna be like, really? But I gotta give it to him. So my top 5 would be Big.
Now, well, is this top 5 of all time?
All time.
All time. Okay.
All time. I mean, if we were to talk about mainstream artists now, I wouldn't even have like a top 5 because mainstream artists are like poop. They're not good. But top 5 would be Nas.
Okay.
Big.
Okay.
Jada.
Okay.
Styles.
Yep.
And then one that like nobody would really know that's like just kind of thrown in there is Future.
Really?
Future.
Really?
Future.
Really?
I love Future. I love Future.
You know what? I got to give respect to Future. I didn't like him when he first came out, but then he started to grow on me after all this other crap started coming.
No, like I like it because like look, if you think about it, man, like I guess like in an interview, Drake, they're like, why do you collaborate? So they asked Drake, they're like, why do you collaborate so much with Future? And he's like, because Future's the only artist I know. He's like, that gets in the studio for 12 to 15 hours and will make song after song after song and will not stop. Like, he's the only one. He's the only one that ever makes me like want to step up when I'm doing my music. Like,
okay.
So I guess that's how they like collaborated on their album, their first album, I guess, together. But yeah. And then like, bro, like I don't know what it is. I guess it's just not the fact that he's like a Scorpio too.
Yeah.
You know, obviously. Scorpios. But no. But
I dated a Scorpio. She ruined my life.
That's kind of close to him. Just kidding. Just kidding. I love my baby mother. I'll never let her go. I love my son.
Getting deep.
Right? Yeah.
We're getting deep. Let's
very. Nah. But like it's just his authenticity when he talks, man. When Future talks, like his attitude. It's just his attitude and the way he says things. Like I don't know. Like he showed me like Future showed me you don't have to say words to make a good song because like it's like it's all about melody. Like it's all about melodies. Like I know that's a weird way to say it, but like he like, you don't even know what he says sometimes. He even says, I don't even know what I say sometimes. Like, sometimes I just get the studio to say it. Yeah. But it's his work ethic and how he does it, man.
Okay.
Dude's dope.
Nice. What I guess we should probably just give a little bit of backstory on the whole Prodigy thing too, like going into it.
Yeah.
Do you remember one night, Christmas Eve, when we all took that picture in the track jackets?
Yeah,
and we had the Puma track jackets on and everything like that.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
So 2 weeks. So, quick little backstory. So, we started, I'll say, a quote unquote label, and we named it Prodigy Records just because we were young, we were up and coming, and we had gotten you had gotten from school because they were giving out MacBooks at the time, a MacBook, and we recorded everything on GarageBand. We made what was the first mixtape we made of yours? That wasn't College Prep, was it?
No. College was like my first, like, I guess, full drop. No, what was that?
What was it?
Man. So, are you talking about? Are you talking about after I moved from Gap to Coatesville?
Correct. Again? Yeah.
Oh man, what pregame?
Yes.
Pregame.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Now, for everybody that listened to the Randell podcast or watched the Randell podcast, there was one point in there where we were talking about, I took this picture for your mixtape cover. Do you remember we're down at the house in Coatesville? You had the bottle and the swishers, and you had your foot out, and you're supposed to act like you were passed out. And we were gonna write pregame or something in the shoe. Do you remember that or no?
Yeah, of course I remember that.
Yes. Okay. I wasn't going crazy because I couldn't remember what it was. I was trying to figure it out on there, which one that was.
It was pregame. That's why. Yeah.
So here we are, like just 4 kids, have no idea what we're doing at all, and we're just editing in GarageBand, putting all these samples and like different voice. What am I trying to say? Like the different. Editing for the voices
like
and things
VSTs
like that.
And stuff like that. Like different effects.
Yeah, so we're doing the effects. We thought we were so dope because we just would find these effects and just put them right on there.
Throw there with like no thought of what was even going on. They ended up. It's on. But it was really bad.
It was good. I thought it was good. I thought it was good. I thought it turned out. We just like we would find something and then just be like, we did it. We found auto-tune. We know how to auto-tune now. We didn't know how to auto-tune.
At all. But it was still like a dope, that kind of experience, like that kind of stuff right there is what paved like me and then like recording my own stuff.
Yeah.
And all that shit. Like that's like kind of what did it, because like I remember when we would record all the time. Like I was smiling so much because like now I think about it, those are really good memories.
Yeah.
And I remember like we would record all the time, and when we would record all the time, like we ended up actually making okay songs. And I was like, yo, if we did that back then, if I were to really lock in, I can make good music right now. I was like, let's do it. But yeah, that paved a huge way for me to be able to make music now.
How much more, I would say, like, freeing is it to be able to, I'll phrase it this way. Is it more freeing to be able to edit, record your own stuff, knowing how to master, or does it put like more stress and strain on you?
Man, I was just thinking about that as I came here tonight. It's at first it was very freeing. It was very freeing, very fun, very like you're like, oh man, VSTs. But just like everything else that's like good, too much of it can be a bad thing. And so it gets straining because like you know now that people know you record yourself, you make like and you have a certain level to where you need to make your music. And like so you get obsessed with that certain level and getting over that level. And there's never, man, the rabbit hole to music is so large. Like it's a rabbit hole, and there's always a new VST, there's always a new effect, always something. Like so you always want to improve and always want to do more than what you really like. Man, it was daunting. It was daunting, but it was fun. It's still fun. Like it's still fun.
Absolutely.
Like, if I had more time to do it all the time, but you know what I mean? Like don't get fucked up. We in album mode right now as I speak. Because, you know what I'm saying, it's just needed. I've been taking my time off. I learned that good artists will take their time off to record.
Yeah.
Not always dropping something. And like I was dropping consistently, and then slowly I was like, you know what, let me take my time more because I want this project, the next one, to be better than the last one. But yeah, I got my son now, so everything got to take time and make more sense. And when he gets older, I want him to be able to listen to this and be like, damn, my dad was dope.
Yeah.
And like, kind of pave a way, man. Like, you know what I mean? Make it so it's, like a standard.
I think, I think when you have your priorities straight like that, because you notice a lot of people when they like are dropping a lot of stuff, then they'll take like a 3-4 year period off. And it's just because they put so much out there that you don't forget about them, but then they get that time to kind of just like, all right, I'm just gonna marinate a little bit, drop something on you. So the last, I'll count and say that the last album that you recorded, we'll say, would be like your first official one almost.
That's like that would be like my first official album. Yeah.
So all of the projects we recorded, anything you had done before that, what would you say your favorite was before this one? This one can't count.
Okay. Before this one. So even as a kid, wow. That would be between College Prep and Swisher Music.
Swisher Music.
Even though Swisher Music never got released.
I know.
It was so fun recording that mixtape.
That was the summer that I was doing Righteous Man, Wicked Ways. You were doing that, and Troy was supposed to do his, and then we all just
went
didn't do any of it.
And they ended up taking the laptop back because I like blew smoke on a picture.
Yeah.
And I was like, and I thought it was cool. And they were like, so we found this picture like literally the next day, and we're like, you need to bring in the laptop. And I was like, damn it. I wasn't even gonna give it back, but I was like, nah, I'll go to jail. I was like, or juvie at the time. So I was like, let me give that shit back.
So between those two, what about those projects stuck out the most to you that make you think that those were your favorites?
So the memories behind them.
Yeah.
It's literally the memories behind them. Like the who was it Busta Rhymes? Busta Rhymes made a really good point when he says like music's in the moment, and man, that moment, the moments like that created that music, beautiful. Like young, didn't really have many cares in the world, bad grades, but like just hanging out with my guys and just being like, you know what I mean, just like having that ambition and that vision. And I really, at that time, I really wasn't as much worried about the music. I wasn't really worried about impressing anybody with it. I was more just worried about having fun, having my guys around and just being like, yo, let's do this. Yeah. It was more fun that way. Like thinking about music too much would have made it probably daunting, maybe too much. But like, yeah, man. But recording just with my guys, like in a closet, like dead hot, like you know, like sweating
middle
literally.
Of summer, we're just dying.
Man. Like that's what made that. Like, that's what I loved about it. That was the first Swisher Music.
You're good.
Sorry, getting over cold, by the way.
Not COVID.
Not
cold.
Not COVID. This is not. This is not COVID. This. But yeah. It was more of I guess college prep. Like the favorite thing about that was, it was like the process behind that as well, because like to get. Oh man, and then there was the first project though. Anyway, I'd like to. I can't. I forgot about that one though. My dad sat in the car the whole time waiting. Like I paid like $2.5. I don't know. Yeah, that was like the first, like you know, and all that. But anyway, the college prep was fun because like it was the process behind it, the time in that life. Like it was a really depressing time in life, and like I remember being able to escape and go to like a professional studio. And go there with my guys and just record. And then the dude that ended up recording it, shout out Avi, he ended up recording it in Lancaster. We ended up after that, we didn't have it, but Ghost ended up having his own stuff. So we recorded in like his shed, like freezing cold. It was like freezing cold stuff, man. And like so like it was just like the process of it that made it so fun and like memorable to me, that like I loved that project. Like I remember when it finally got done, I didn't wait till like the next day to drop, like say, yo, I'm dropping this. Like I was like posted that night. It was like, yo, the project's done. Like we just finished it up. And like it wasn't perfect. It was just the fact that it sounded like, it just sounded like memories. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you know, things have a sound. Everything got a sound to me, man. Everything got a sound. And that one screams, think of the memories that were involved with it. Like I love that. Sometimes I even go back and listen to it. Yeah, when I want that little bit of push.
Ghost and I were talking about actually, what was that, last night or 2 nights ago? I think it was 2 nights ago. I was just driving. I was just having like this vivid memory of when we were recording the Free Mix project, and I was just like how anxious and like anxiety ridden we were, because we're like trying to just push all this into like a 2-hour, 3-hour session, like trying to get it all done, thinking we're gonna get it done. It was our first time ever in a professional studio. And like how that turned out. And then when we went back, I think it was like a year or two later, and recorded those 3 songs, the Fill My Cup, Break It Down, Roll It Up, I'm Back, like all those and everything.
Yeah, I remember that.
Like we just released them like right after, because I remember we were just having fun with it, and it felt like those old times when we were doing that, like in the shed or like in the bedroom or everything like that. And he goes, and I was just like thinking about that, and the guy that was recording, like old ass white guy, like definitely classic rock, like you know, he was rap was not his forte. And he's walking up the stairs and he's singing our hook. Like he's singing our hook while he's walking up the stairs, and we look at each other. We're just like, that's so cool. Like it goes to show, like when you have fun with what you enjoy doing, it's so much better, and like you put in that hard work for it.
That's a definite, no doubt.
So this album, this was the first album you worked with professional producers on?
The one I just dropped? Like,
yep.
Nice. Sure was.
How'd that feel?
It felt fucking great. I was like, like these guys are like all over the world. Some dude got like a platinum plaque, stuff like that. So it was like, and I like a lot of the producers like I really wanted to work with like for a while, and then some of the producers like, you know, I just ended up building bonds with them like as people, and man, and it was just, I don't know, it was just fire. Like it was, I ended up getting a hold of one of the producers, and he like shut down his beat store. Like he was like, no, because he ended up selling, I guess, like I said, a multi-platinum record. But I ended up messaging him and was like, yo, bro, I've been listening to your beats now for like years, like since I was a teenager. I was like, I know that you don't got a lot of time, but if you could do you mind just opening up your beat store just one more time, like just so I can grab a beat? He's like, yeah, bro, but he didn't do it at first. So I was almost recording this album like not gonna put like a beat on there from him, and then he ended up messaging me maybe a month later. It was like, yo, bro, the beat store's up for you. I was like, what? And he's like, yeah, I just opened it up. I forgot completely. Been really busy. So I was like, oh, that's so dope. So I ended up getting a beat there, and that was my intro to the album.
Nice.
Yeah, because I was like, his name's Mondo Fresh. He's dope. He's dope as shit.
Nice.
His production game is A1, my friend. I love his production. Yeah, man. So but other than that, no, I've definitely worked with like other producers. Like I've worked with producers from the UK. I've worked with producers from From Africa. I work with producers from all over the world because they all got different sounds. But like, yeah, man, and that's what really put that album together. Which was, it was fire. It was fire. Yeah.
So when you're putting that together now with professional producers, are you mixing it yourself or you have somebody else mixing it?
I mix it myself.
Okay.
But shout out Mace Blanco, because Mace did do some of the mixing. Yeah, Mace Blanco, he's a dope guy. He's a dope artist too, really dope.
Yeah.
He ended up actually mixing some of the songs on there.
Okay.
His couldn't be a feature because of the agreement I had signed with the streaming platform. I can't release a song twice.
Okay.
But it was a single to the album. It was a fire song. It's fire. Like, I still think it's fire. I can't believe I'm drawing a blank. I draw blanks all the time now. Like, literally, it's bad. Talk Crazy with Mace Blanco. Talk Crazy.
Talk Crazy.
Talk Crazy. And this is like the first time working with all these people, and like all this stuff is like the first time that like my Spotify streams went to like 50,000, I think.
Dang.
Yeah, bro. It was fire. It was fire. I ended up getting put on like a curated playlist because of my song. I got accepted into one. I kept sending them out to people.
Yeah. And
somebody was like, yo, this song's fire. It wasn't that song. It was actually called Wanna Do.
Okay.
And that song ended up doing, I think it's like 46,000 right now. Something like that. I didn't even really push it either. So when they accepted that, I was like, let's go.
Wait, so you got 2 songs that's over 30K?
One of the songs I think is at like 20, but the other one is like 40. So Wanna Do is at about almost 50, but the other one is like at 20.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's dope. Yeah, let's go.
It's awesome.
So on the album, what inspired the latest album that you released? And what was your favorite track personally to you on that album?
So the inspiration from the album, a lot of my stuff ended up getting taken off of SoundCloud. That's a long thing. That's a legal thing actually I'm going through right now with SoundCloud. But one of the I'd like to say like what inspired it though was just being locked in the house. And the song is basically called Socially Distant. You know, because they call it be social distancing. So it was like I'm already socially distant anyway. I'm kind of like a person that like I don't really. Like, I like being out in front of people enough when it comes to like music and stuff, but more so I'm like kind of closed off sometimes on certain things. So it was like, that's how I am. And the album ended up, I was just like, yo, I want to, I don't know. I just kind of want to create something. Ooh, you know what? Actually, all right. Recant all of that. Recant it. All right. So, actually, what happened was this. What actually got that album kicked in high gear. Shout out my guy D Guy, because he was building his house. Like he's a hands-on dude. He actually lives like right up the street.
Okay.
He knows somebody that works for Rostrum Records out in Pittsburgh.
Okay.
And the original plan was to pitch my music to this guy out on Rostrum, Dan Folger. He owns gold. He owns like the gold, like the chains that I'm wearing now. Like, okay. So like
he doesn't own Folgers Coffee.
No, but he did sign. He signed Wiz. He signed Mac. He signed all these guys, and D Guy knew him. So I was like, oh, bro. So ended up, I was like, yo, what I'm gonna do, and I ended up just releasing an album called Fruition, and it got taken out immediately because I thought it was horrible. I rushed it within like a month period. It was really bad. And I was like, yo, we should release this. I should record an album. I was like, and let's push it to this guy. And he was like, I was like, in a year, bro. I was like, in a year, maybe less than that. And he was like, he basically told me like I couldn't do that. Like he's like, there's no way you're gonna be able to push an album with that kind of quality to a guy of that stature in that amount of time. Like, it's just probably not gonna happen.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, it's not gonna happen. All right, okay. So I made it happen. That's like I was like, let's go. All right, you don't think I can do that? All right, yeah. So
joke's on you. Did it?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So I like locked in, man. I locked in terribly. I was like, yo, I'm gonna get this fucking album. I'm gonna make it sound like radio quality. Each song, I'm gonna mix and master it myself. I'm gonna pay for the beats. I'm going to talk to these producers on a personal level. I was like, all this I'm gonna do. Like,
yeah.
Yeah, that's really what kind of like pushed it. Also, obviously, my son, if I could get $1 million from album, why would I not do that? Like that's kind of like something I obviously do. So I was like, yeah, let's. And I love competition. Like there's so much that made me want to record that album. So I was like,
it's like forget humbleness. That's $1 million.
Yeah, man. I was like, I really, really, really want to do that.
Oh man.
And then you said what was the favorite?
Personally, to you, what was the favorite song off the album for you?
I'd have to say, No Such Thing as Paradise. Yeah, No Such Thing as Paradise.
If I could rewind, wouldn't that be nice?
Yeah, like so it was like that song came to me because of the fact that like I was going through horrible writer's block trying to like prove all these people wrong.
Yeah.
And like it was just really hard and I was like drawing blanks on everything.
Yeah.
I'd listen to a beat, I'd record a song, spend hours on it, and then just be like, I don't even like that song. Sorry.
No, this is live. No, I'm just kidding. It's not live.
I was like, oh my god, oh no, oh god. Shit. Yeah, I was like, fuck.
I keep it rolling though. You don't know how many people get pissed off at me on here. I mean, you guys see it.
that's fine with me, bro. So yeah, No Such Thing as Paradise was my favorite because I could not think of a damn thing. Like I could not think of any more music. Everything was kind of like dying out to me because I was so burnt out. Like
it was catchy as hell hook.
Yeah.
I mean that's what hooked me right away. Because was that the first song on Spotify you put before you put everything else up, or was that the only song on Spotify?
No, I got a lot of songs on Spotify, and iTunes and all that stuff. No,
I mean, at the time. At the time, wasn't that the only one up?
No, actually, I had to take. That's the official version. The album was actually going to release on Spotify without that because of the fact that like me and the producer had like I didn't.
You couldn't release it more than once.
Yeah, no. I couldn't pay him the money that was needed for the beat at the time.
Oh,
gotcha. The leasing rights weren't there for me.
Gotcha.
So I ended up having to wait it off. The first version had the tags on it.
Yeah.
And then after that, it was like, yeah, now we're good.
Now we're good.
You ended up paying him, and then
nice.
Yeah, the album got dropped as a whole. But I definitely have dropped a few albums.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was my favorite one. It resonates. I feel like it resonates. I know the album is about, because the album, I could say it's socially distant because the album really speaks on, I don't know if you've listened to it in depth or if anybody's listening to this has listened to it in depth, but it's really about mental health, bro. Like I know it doesn't seem like that off the base, but if you jump into it and get deeper into the album, like a lot of it has to do with me speaking on mental health, how I feel alone sometimes. Sometimes I'm cocky and alone. Sometimes I'm happy and alone. But I'm mostly very secluded and alone. I'm not really near anybody, and I'm going through a lot of stuff through these emotions, and a lot of it has to do with mental health. So it's like, yeah. So I felt like, but I was like, even though that's the case with the album, I was like, I feel like not every song is going to resonate with everyone. I want a song that can resonate with everyone. I want one song that everyone can listen to.
Yeah.
And that's when No Such Thing as Paradise came
No,
out.
that absolutely was, because I was showing it to a bunch of people too, and they're just like, "Yeah, man!" And like just to think, like while listening to it, it was just kind of surreal for me, because I'm just like, "This is Leak, man. Like this is who he was, is, and always is gonna be." And it's just like shining through. I was just like, had the biggest smile on my face. I'm just like, "That's so cool, man." I was jamming it.
That's awesome. I'm glad you liked it, man. That's my favorite.
Now this. I mean, I guess the spoiler's over, but there's another album coming.
There is another album.
We're in album mode. Not us personally. I'm not a part of it, but
you could be.
I could be.
Yeah, no doubt, man.
Maybe the dead man's got to come back out. No,
Mix and master, hey man.
No,
that's team effort. All that's team effort.
Those times are over. I'm a Ben Howard guy now. Anyways, I love me a song about a river.
Okay, all right. Wow, man.
Anyway.
That was fucking hilarious.
What's oh gosh, back on track. This is what it is anyway, guys. So if you're watching, congratulations, you made it this far.
You made it this far.
What inspired this one coming up?
So what inspired this one is, again, more of the mental health, but more it's gonna be So I was kind of taking a dive into like I had a thing where I wanted to either be mainstream or not mainstream or make a hit, don't make a hit, and it was kind of like, bro, like I want to just make music that's iconic, but it doesn't need to sound quote quote iconic to be that.
Yeah.
And I was like, how do I really do that? So I ended up I don't know, just kind of wanting to speak on I speak on everything when it comes to mental health, when it comes to being a black man, a black father, having a black child. You know, there's a lot going on when it comes to race, culture.
At one point, a black business owner as well.
Exactly. Yeah. No, still am.
You guys are still doing it?
Yeah.
Oh, awesome.
Definitely.
Nice.
Yeah. Shout out Hayes.
Shout out Hayes.
What's up, bro? Nah, man. Just all of that. Like, I want to speak on all of that, but I also wanted to kind of stick to who I am at the same time.
Yeah.
I love to vent. I love to speak on situations that don't always have light, and I feel like it's as an artist and having that artistic ability to be able to touch a lot of people.
Yeah.
I should be using that to touch a lot of people, but in the right ways when it comes to opening one's heart or opening one's soul to maybe a subject they didn't think as deeply on.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's kind of what inspired this album. I know you didn't ask for the name of it, but
please.
It's called Duality.
Duality. Dropping live tomorrow here on. No, I'm just kidding.
I was like, there's no way.
You got one done in a year. You can get one done tonight.
That was a really hard year. That was like, to do that one night. I mean, you know what's crazy? I actually, if I really truly wanted to drop a project in a night, which I have, I could.
Yeah.
That is not a thing with this.
No.
I want this. That is not going to be a thing with this.
It's not happening.
No, man, at all. But yeah, Duality, man, and it's like it's because everything has two sides. Everything.
Oh, I like that.
Just
two sides of the coin, two sides every story.
Two sides every story, two sides every coin, two sides to, like, you may not see basically the album is trying to do the impossible by making another human being or helping another human being see something the same way as another human being, which is almost actually impossible to do. Everybody sees things differently, even when we
perspective,
speak,
baby.
Perspective is always exactly correct, but perspectives get skewed, and so it's like, you know what I mean. I wanted to bring this album out to make people be like, oh, I never thought that's how he felt about this, or what if he was still in Africa, or what if he didn't have his son? Like, so I speak on like a lot of stuff like it, and I do it in all kinds of ways. Like, I do it melodically. I talk about heartbreak. I talk about being black, being a felon, being judged by tattoos, being, you know, just everything, bro, everything. And that's kind of what inspired this album. And I didn't even really have that inspiration until Ghost was like, yo, man, just create music. And I was like, you know what? That's true. Like,
That's true.
I've been writing hooks and verses for a little bit, and I want to write music, bro. Like, I want to write something that everybody can be like, oh yeah, that's, even if you're not black, you're still gonna feel what the hell I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like, you don't even have to like rap. I've had people that don't even listen to rap that be like, I really like your music.
That's the one thing about you that you were always good at, and was getting, when you made music, you tried to have other people get inside your mind. Mm-hmm. It was never about, this is the one topic I'm talking about, this is the other topic I'm talking about. You always, like, even if you didn't realize it, like, even back then when we were doing that earlier on, just what you were writing, you were way ahead of your time with what you were writing.
Thank
you. You know, because it was always trying to be like, I want you to see this through my perspective, skewed or not.
Yeah,
and that was always
correct, exactly.
You know, and that was always the cool thing to see about that. So, going into this album, and this might be a tough question to answer, but, you know, knowing you for as long as I have, walking with you through those points of life, through all the tragedy, the demons, the hard times, the, you know, most of that, how did that shape you to be the artist that you are today?
Oh, man. That, it made me, it just made me want to be all around a better person, I guess. I used to look at music, and I still do. I look at it as like a competitor sport. I look at it as a blood sport. Like, There's times where I really do.
Yeah.
Like I look at music like if you like I don't know if anybody remembers, but in J. Cole's album, like he was like, there's somebody out there right now eating a bowl of cereal, writing his bars. I can't be, you know what I'm saying? Jay-Z speaking.
Yeah.
It's because it's actually true. Like everyone is somebody could be doing more than you can. It's all about I guess you and how you put it out there. And I mean, so I just it turned me into a competitive person, but it also made me like I didn't want to. So now that I have a son, I don't want him to just hear song about hoes, man. Like and just hear about jewelry or hear about like all these things. Is such a very cold, modest place. I wanted him if when he does listen to my music, I want him to hear it like um how it was obtained, how these things, how you like gain these things, and the road up to gaining these things.
Yeah.
And I guess that's what kind of painted me as an artist as well as like my son, like and the things I've been through. Like it showed me like I kind of want to I don't know I kind of want to just be somebody that is different, but not really different. Like I don't really, you know what I mean? Like I kind of want everybody. It's weird to say it. I know NoLuvv Lukk, but I want everybody to get along. And if I can bring people together with music, that is my artistic goal. I want everyone to stand in a white room with a bunch of ties on in a suit and be like, do you see that? And look like up there, you know what I mean? And be like, you know, they all be like, ooh. And it's like literally a painting of splatters.
Yeah.
But everyone, they still love it. And some people pay millions of dollars for it.
Yeah.
And it's because of their artistic view. But it's still brung a room full of strangers together. That's why I want my music to be. I want all these people that will be, oh, well, I felt that way too. Maybe help somebody out of depression. Maybe just help people in general, man. I really want to help people with music, and I plan to.
Yeah. Damn, that whole analogy was hauntingly beautiful. No, that's awesome. That's seriously, that's awesome, man.
Thank you, man.
I think that where we are just in society right now, you know, we need more things like that because, you know,
definitely true.
I mean, anybody can scrutinize me for this, but if you agree, then you know, whatever. But you know, the whole WAP thing. When that came out, bro, I was disturbed. And then I saw like that challenge on TikTok and everything, and I'm just like, what is the matter with you people?
I don't even get on toxic TikTok, man.
Bro, I don't either. But they bleed over to the Instagram stuff. I just got to get rid of everything.
I just got rid of my Facebook off my phone.
I'm probably gonna do that tonight. Honestly, I haven't been posting much because I'm just like I gotta stop. I have to. It's just like you don't realize how toxic it is, and for the people that can like step back and be like, wow, no, like this is
really toxic,
really toxic.
Like it's a toxic thing, and it causes toxic behaviors, makes people think that they should live a certain kind of way, be a certain. It was like Facebook, but now in really short ways of being more toxic than Facebook. It's like, let's be really toxic in this 30-second clip here. That's like, it'll gain 2 million views, so we can all be toxic. It's like, no, man, I'm not watching that, man. I'm not trying to know that. No, man.
Not about that toxicity.
Besides, man, that social media shit is all what word am I looking for, man? Not vigorous. It's more distracting, man. It's distracting.
It is. Yeah.
It keeps you away from the goals and the things you actually want to do. And I only got 2 things that make me do that. And that is too much music and too much PlayStation. Yeah. And that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Man. Yeah.
No, I'm there with you. Too much Xbox for me.
Yeah. Oh, he's an Xbox guy,
and
man.
Like that was the thing, like with the TikToks and all that. I don't need any of it. Hell of a promotional tool.
Yeah, definitely.
Hell of a promotional tool.
Definitely, which is why I was jumped into it.
Say that, you know, but I'm like sitting there creating one for the podcast, and I'm just like, no.
Yeah, did the same thing. Yeah.
If you people like this and you want to find me, you need to find me on your own. I will not be held down by the social media man.
No doubt.
Yeah. Oh man. Anyway, where are we? Album. Back to album. Everything okay? Everything good? Is he sleeping? We'll be good. We'll be good. A little bit more. We'll wrap up here soon.
All right.
Anyway, new album. Release date. Thinking anytime.
What is it? September?
It's September. I'm putting pressure on you too.
Man. Definitely gonna be by the It'll probably I could rush it and really rush it and just really bring it out. But no, we're probably gonna either drop later December or a little bit earlier in the new year.
Okay.
But definitely I'm definitely gonna be releasing singles like throughout the rest of the year. I'm gonna be releasing singles soon. I got a vault of a lot of music. Like I got a lot of music. Like hundreds of songs. So it's like, yeah, literally hundreds of songs.
Back when we used to go on SoundClick and just download and just harbor beats or hoard beats for.
That became a terrible habit for me now. It's a terrible habit. Seriously, man. Like I'm like, yo, I need to. I will sit on my phone and find beats for hours on end, and then be like, all right, I'll do it.
Well, obviously, we don't want to give too much away, but what if you could describe as vaguely as possible the sound that this album's going to have? Are we going to be more R&B? Are we going to be more blues, more hardcore rap, some Tupac?
Question, man. That's a dope question, man. It's going to be we'll just say it like this. It's going to be iconic.
Ooh.
It's gonna be iconic. This is the kind of album. The album that Duality is gonna be an album that it's either gonna be the one that if I push it enough, I can sign the deal, which I could have did with the last one. But it's gonna definitely be one of those albums that make people go like, whoa, what, like,
yeah.
But it's a big one. It's a really big one, and it's gonna have all of it on there. R&B, nice. Pop, rap, trap. It's gonna have all of it, and it's all gonna sound like one misshaped. It's gonna sound like all of it together is gonna sound like one misshaped, beautiful collage. That's a picture that makes everyone stand in the room like Kanye West and go, what is that? And it's still gonna have a bunch of paint splatters with different colors, but it's all gonna be by one artist.
Yeah,
it's gonna be. I can say it now. It's gonna be incredible. I've been working on it already for maybe like 2-3 months, something like that. 4 months. I haven't really recorded much. I actually just finished my first song the other night, and yeah, man, it's gonna be something. It's gonna be so spectacular. Yeah,
good.
It's gonna be
good.
It's gonna be.
I can tell you have that fire, and that's the thing that excites me about this one.
Yeah, this one's gonna be
because I haven't seen that in a while.
Yeah, this one's gonna be. Yeah,
that was just work, and
yeah, it's gonna be because, like I said, man, to me, I like to look at music in a way like competition, and I'm coming with my competitive side on this one.
Okay.
The last one I'd like to say my first album was relaxed. This one's gonna be in your face. It's gonna be right in your face with the bars, with the singing, with everything. It's gonna be incredible.
Is there a sneak peek of any features that are gonna be on here? Any artists you're working with locally?
So far I got I do got my guy Ghost on it.
Ghost is on it. Okay.
We were just talking about a song for the other night. It's a really good song.
Okay.
I've been working on that one too. It's awesome.
Okay.
But other than that, man, no, not a lot of confirmations. I may make this one like just kind of like a just me album.
Just
maybe
a personal name on it. Yeah.
Just maybe him on that one because last one I had like 3 or 4 features on it. I want to do this one with Ghost where he's on there, but like, man, I kind of want this one to just be yeah, man. It's gonna be like, it's
kind of like the Take Care album. Drake.
Yeah.
He just I think the only feature. Well, I mean, he had features on there, but they weren't like present verses. I think the only one he had on there was, well, no, that's a lie because he had Nicki and Wayne. Kendrick did like some of the open one. Never mind, scratch that. I don't remember things.
Take Care had you're right. It only had like 3 or 4 feet. It was a lot of songs.
Yeah, it was a lot of him though.
Yeah, it was a lot of him on there.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'd
still
like
one of the most underrated albums I think of all time.
Amazing album. That album is probably one of his best ones. I'd like to say next to what's the one with the what's the one Worst Behavior?
With Worst Behavior on it?
Yeah.
What is that?
Nothing Was the Same.
That's it. Yeah. That's it.
That was another really good Drake album.
Yeah. Is that the one where he had the the song with Birdman, but Birdman didn't do a verse? What is that?
Yep.
I don't know why you've been lying, that joint.
Yeah, that joint.
That used to be my hype song, bro.
Yeah, man.
I'd be walking in the place being like, I am that motherfucker right now.
Yeah, the way he did that whole album. That's what I mean. Our era, generation music, when it came to that kind of shit, bro, iconic. Like, that's what I mean. Like, I want to kind of bring that era of music back to right now.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, man, I'm gonna do it.
I can't stand it. The new era.
It's bad.
I can't.
It's really bad.
I honestly can't. And all right, so I had the privilege of working at a place where I was working with a bunch of high school students. Okay. They were talking about all of these people I have no idea about, and the one girl shows me whoever she was talking about. I can't remember the artist's name, and it was just like it was. I'm like, this is literally a nursery song as a rap. Like, like I mean, that's all that I was like. This is what it's become, and I haven't religiously listened to that genre in a while. Honestly, it's been a long time.
I don't blame you. I don't blame you.
I just get down with Cole and Kendrick and Drake and
the greats.
The greats
of our
Wayne,
generation. Yeah.
Nas, Jada.
Nas is releasing again, which is fire.
Cassidy. I saw that. Nas.
What is it?
King's Chronicles? No.
It's like the King's Don't know. I have zero clue.
I have no idea.
King's Breath or something like that. It's pretty fire. It was.
I thought it was something like CC. I thought it was King's. I don't remember.
I don't know.
I don't remember.
Getting old, it sucks.
It does. Your brain goes.
Yeah, it does.
Can't remember a bunch of stuff anymore. All right, we're gonna wrap up here quickly, but first, want to play a little game. It's gonna be basically rapid fire questions. First answer off the top of your head.
All right. Yeah, dope.
Ready?
Dope. Yeah.
All right, so I guess we'll go around the genre of rap, but we'll throw some other little things in there too as well.
All right.
Okay, and 3, 2, 1. Wayne or Nas? Wayne. Okay, Wayne over Nas. Biggie or Pac?
Biggie
Okay.
all day.
Okay.
Yeah.
Little elaboration.
East Coast all day, baby. We'll
East
switch
Coast
sides.
all day.
We'll switch sides, bro. Let's go.
Who would win in a freestyle? You or Lil Uzi Vert?
Uzi would kill me.
Really?
Uzi's nice.
Okay.
I'd like to say that. Yeah. No, I can't. I think it would be really close to a tie, but because of the work he puts in, Uzi all day.
Every single day. Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
I didn't see that one coming. GarageBand or Audacity?
GarageBand.
GarageBand. Okay.
Audacity's very not as hands-on as GarageBand can be, even though they're both like free programs.
Okay. Gotcha. Last question. I just had it in my head and just slipped away. Favorite song that your favorite artist has released?
Favorite song my favorite artist has released.
That took a while.
All right, I'm just gonna go off of Future right now since he's like top notch guy, man. I really fuck with this shit. I'd like to say Future Shotgun.
Future Shotgun.
It's like a really like R&B song where like he can't really sing, but he sings anyway, and it's just fire.
Yeah.
It's literally he's like shut like he's like yo, it's just so dope. It's just such an experience, and I listened to it, was like I did not expect that at all. I thought it was gonna be like a really hard track.
Yeah.
Bro, like it's just the way the beat, this voice, like it's just like yo, I love this fucking song. This song is so good. It's so good, bro. Like, he's so dope.
Shout out Future. I'll listen to it.
Future.
I'll start listening to you, my man. I'll start listening to it. All right, I lied. This is the last question. If you had any advice or anything to say to any young artist, no matter what genre they're getting into right now, what would you tell that person?
Don't stop.
Don't stop.
If right now, if you are in a position, first off, don't wait and don't stop. If you are at a place right now in your life to where you can put in the time and you are willing to put in the time and get off of your ass and get you a studio in your room, which is very easy to accommodate right now. And
very
spend,
easy to accommodate.
Literally, like this is really nice in here too. By the way.
Thank you.
Really nice vibe,
Thank
yeah.
you.
But if you can get it and you can do it right now, do it. Like and no matter what people say to you, just keep going. If you have a girlfriend and she does not have your child, leave her and do music. Leave her and do music. Like unless you are completely in love and you are going to marry that woman 8,000%, If your family does not like when you record late at night, disown them. Move out in your car and
Stop.
Just do music, bro. Do not stop doing music. Like I'm
it got way too personal, way too quick.
bro. If people don't, I'm saying, if your teacher says you suck and cannot record music, I want you to go to your music teacher. Take a trombone home without asking. Go. I'm just kidding. No, seriously though. Don't stop. Like no matter what. If you want to put that time in and you want to record, you want to do. Like me, it took a year, maybe 2 years to like continuously all the time research how to create that sound, how to mix and master, how to EQ, how to put on auto tune, how to make the echoes go into one earphone, like, and then make it all sound that way in the car. Like it took a lot of time. And if I would have applied that when I was 15, 16, 17 years old with all the knowledge, I'd be signed right now, or I would be an independent artist worth millions of dollars. So if you can do it and you want to do it, don't stop doing it. When you do pick it up, don't stop. But you gotta be completely invested. Because if you're not, and you even have a little bit of doubt that you will not be able to pull this off, you will not pull it off. But if you think you can do it at that age, and you really want to go and grind for it, and you want to show people you can do it, man.
Not just invested in the music, invested in yourself too. You know,
invest in yourself.
You gotta have all the confidence in the world, and even if you don't think you have confidence, dig down deep. Because I can be the first to say that this is a testament of when you dig down deep and get that confidence.
Thank you, man.
So that's
thank
awesome.
You, man.
Oh man, my friend, thank you for coming on.
Thank you for having me, man. Thank you.
I missed you, bro. I love you, bro. It's been so long.
I know, man. It's been a great time catching up, though. Thank you.
Yeah, because you have just been such an inspiration for me too. Like over this past year, like with releasing that album, you know, getting your shit together, bro. You know, being the best father that you can be for your kid, man. It's been awesome. It's been crazy to see where you've come from. It was an honor to walk through those times with you, even when we were walking through shitty times, bro.
Yeah, definitely.
And that was
you,
me, host Hayes and Ghost.
Host, they mixed together, they fused.
Yeah, they fused.
Host. No, you go.
Little go tanks going on.
Yeah, no doubt.
I think that we all four of us built a bond that isn't gonna break for life, man. And that's something I've always appreciated about you guys, being able to call up anytime, and it's just great to see everybody on their shit and getting
life together and just doing the right thing, man. I really appreciate it.
You're gonna go far. I know that. I knew that from the time that I said that.
Yeah.
So don't you ever forget. Don't forget about me. don't forget about when we said that, bro. And I'm just joking halfly, but it's just like all that confidence in the world, bro, came from that because I saw that in you from when you were 15, 16 years old. And
Thank you, man. Thank you. I can't wait to. I can't, and you know what? A lot of it comes from just wanting to live out what people believed in me, and that's why I put in a lot of the time and the hard work, and where I've gotten the confidence from. And I don't want to let people down that believed and put that extra foot forward for me. So I appreciate it.
Where can people check out your music right now, or find out more about you?
If you want to find out more about me, if you want to check out my music, you want to go to Spotify, you can go to iTunes, you can go to YouTube, you can go to SoundCloud. NoLuvv Lukk, all one word. Except for Luck is at the end. There's 2 V's, L-U-V-V, and then space, and then L-U-K-K. NoLuvv Lukk. I will be releasing something within the next few weeks. Yeah, definitely going to be releasing something within the next few weeks. I may make a TikTok, but I don't like being that toxic, and I don't like being that out there. But yeah, definitely. If y'all really want to check out my music, please by all means go. I'm on all platforms, every single one.
Awesome.
Literally.
I'll have all those links down in the description below. Make sure you check them out. Make sure you share this video. Let's help this man out. Let's get him signed because it's coming. I feel it.
Thank you.
Yeah. Bro, it was just so cool seeing you catching up, man. It really was, man.
This is awesome, man. This is dope. This is great, man.
As always, guys, you can find us on Spotify, Apple Podcast, and YouTube at Wallace Production, WALLESS Production. Make sure to check out the new channel, Talk to Me Clips, where you can see short little snippets like I just did here with NoLuvv Lukk. And if you don't like watching the hour-long podcast, make sure you support the show by going to patreon.com/talk2me, I think it is. Look us up on Patreon somehow. It's in the link. Check out the Facebook page, the Twitter, and the Instagram for any more updates. If you want to come on the show, please feel free to private message us here, and we would love to hear your story. Everybody has a story to tell. Do not forget that. Love you guys. Thank you for all the support. My man.
Love you, brother. Thank you, man.
All right, guys. We'll see you.
Peace,
Have a good one.